On the 5th round of FaZe vs Cloud9 at IEM Dallas 2022 on Overpass, we saw an execute on towards the B site that caught FaZe off guard, forcing Robs to save in the end. This strategy didn't actually require a crazy amount of map control to pull off, so let's take a look at the minimap to understand how Cloud9 did it. So as you can see, Cloud9 starts with the 1-0-4 setup, meaning they have one player towards middle, no one in connector, and then also 4 players towards B. Sure will then be selling the fake a little bit on middle before quickly heading back to regroup with the rest of his team. Hobbit will establish short water control, while the rest of the team get ready with the utility for the execute. They will then explode out of monster and short together, clearing all members of FaZe out of the site. Let's first take a look at Hobbit's point of view to understand what he did for the team. He will be heading over towards pipe to smoke off the Molotov in this position before jumping through it trying to catch a jump spotter off guard. He will then be ready to go through short as the flash comes in from the rest of his team, however he does get taken out by Brokey, who is watching this area of the map. Moving on to interz now, he will be throwing a heaven smoke and also being the 3rd player out of monster to contest towards the site. To throw the smoke, you want to be getting in line with this mark on the wall, aiming as shown, and then run jump throwing, releasing when your crosshair hits the frame going across. If done correctly guys, this will land perfectly towards heaven. interz will then assist his teammates clearing out the rest of the site, however he isn't exactly needed in this exact situation. He will then plant towards default and be responsible for checking monster for the rest of the post plant. Looking at nafany, who will be the 2nd entry on towards the site going out of monster, making sure just to clear towards short, however he does get shot in the back of the head by his teammate Axel. Axel now being the MVP of this round, who will be making sure to Molotov short by aiming as shown and jump throwing just before hitting the end of this shadow. Following this, he will then just sit on the left hand side of tunnel here, just in case any spam does come in from the CTs or also the side of FaZe. Axel will then be the main entry for this strategy, going to check towards short, getting 2 kills, one of which was his teammate. After Twist is cleared out from pillar, Axel will then move towards pit, just re-smoking heaven and also keeping an eye out for this position. Later on in the round, he will take Ran out, who does do a slight attempt of retaking the site. Shiro will have one of the most important roles within this strategy for Cloud9, being the utility guy and also faking towards middle early on in the round. He will smoke off the ramp Molotov and throw a grenade towards party just to push back an AWP if there is one in this position. He will then be throwing 2 flashes towards B for his teammates going out of monster, and the first one is lined up by standing as shown, aiming in the middle of the monster pipe, just using a jump bind, and this will pop flashing anyone towards toxic barrels. Quickly after, Shiro will throw a 2nd flash, landing on the left side of pillar by just run throwing, making sure to land deep enough so it pops behind the pillar and doesn't flash any of his team coming out of monster. Following this, he will now join his teammates towards the site, picking up the AWP on short, just making sure to watch towards CT. This strategy is actually fairly easy to execute guys, however you do need to have at least one person showing that early mid pressure just to push back the CT defense a little bit and also keep them guessing of what exactly you are going to be doing and what is happening in the round. Thank you so much for watching guys, please leave a like if you enjoyed the video so I know you want to see more of this series, and until next time guys, it's been Glaze and I'll speak to you very soon.